Hello, welcome to an e-demo of the Event Viewer in Victor Unified Client. The Event Viewer is a global inbox of all events which are active or acknowledged in our Victor system, and there's a couple of ways which we can open up the Event Viewer. Firstly, you will see in the very bottom left of the interface there is the word Alerts, and it shows the number of active alerts which we have in the system. If I just double click on that, it's going to go ahead and open up the Event Viewer. You can see there we go. I'm just going to close the Event Viewer tab. I'm just going to quickly take a look at the other way we can open the Event Viewer, and that's from the Home tab. So if I choose Home and then Event Viewer, you'll see there is the Event Viewer opened up. You'll notice that the Event Viewer is a two-pane interface. We have the top pane, which is the active pane, and then at the bottom we have the acknowledged pane. That's because Victor has a two-phase acknowledgement process, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. What you'll also notice is that both of the panes have this dark blue area at the top, and that's called the group by area. And what that does is enables us to sort each of the panes. You'll see by default sorted by priority, so we have the word priority, and you can see our events are sorted by that priority, and they're all critical in this case. But what we can do is we can actually grab that word and take it out of the group by area. You'll see that removes all the filters, and we can actually grab any of the column headings here, and we can sort by those instead. So if I just grab name, drop it in the group by area, you'll see all of our events are now sorted by name. And I can also grab activation time and do double sorting, so I can sort by more than one field. So you'll see if I just expand that out, I've got the name sort and I've got the activation time sort. And if I want to remove any of those, I can just again grab the label and take it out of the group by area. Okay, so let's take a look then at the acknowledgement process. You'll notice that each event has two buttons to the left. We have the acknowledge button and we have the acknowledge and clear button. If I choose the acknowledge button, you'll see that that event goes from the active pane down into the acknowledged pane. So if I just expand out the sort there, you'll see there is our event. What I can do then to remove that from the Event Viewer is just choose the clear button. The other button in the upper pane, which is the acknowledge and clear, will do both of those phases in one action. So you can actually skip the acknowledge pane altogether and just remove the event from the Event Viewer. You'll also notice right at the top here of the active pane we have both of those buttons, and that will do that action or actions for the entire active pane. So we can actually clear all of those into the acknowledge pane or out of the Event Viewer altogether just by selecting those buttons. Okay, so let's then take a look at some of the other buttons at the top of the active pane. The first one is this freeze display button, and if I just select it, you'll see that first of all of those buttons are now grayed out, so we can't actually acknowledge or acknowledge and clear any of our events. And at this point, we're not going to get any new events coming into our Event Viewer. If I just unfreeze the display, that will put everything back to its original state. Okay, so the next button then is the print button, and that's just going to send the active pane to your printer. Moving along, we have show only events with permissions to action, and this will remove any events from the Event Viewer which your role or privilege doesn't give you permissions to action. For the next button, what I'm going to do is just grab our priority sort again and sort us by priority, and you'll see view events as flat list removes all sorting. So it's going to remove the group by area, and it's just going to show us a flat list of all of our events sorted chronologically. And again, I can toggle that on or off. Next we have source local time. If I select it, it's going to show the source local time of the device which caused the event to occur. So that's useful if you have devices in multiple time zones. And then finally we have this exclude health events button, and what that will do is it will remove all health events from your Event Viewer, and again it's a toggle switch. Okay, so what we also have on our event viewer is a few more sorting and filter options. First of all, we have this field chooser icon here, and if I select that, you'll see I can select fields which I want to show or hide in my event viewer just by selecting or deselecting the checkbox there. You can see those fields are removed. And then each column itself has this filter icon. So if I just select it, say for example on the name field, you'll see we get some filter options here. So I can show and hide certain events. I can select or deselect them all. I also have this text filters option. And if I just select one of the values over here, what I can do is create a custom filter selection. So you can see I've selected equals. I can add, say for example, IP camera video loss. If I press return, that's going to add that filter, and if I choose OK, that will filter my event list. And what I can do to remove that is again just select the filter icon and just choose clear filter from name, and that will put the event viewer back to its default state.